speaker, was I see educator, entrepreneur, was I see a coach. And doctor so they also they say the engineer we because I fit apranano. The guy you bear here, be behind me. What did you so do now? Okay, can we have I'm talking about my father. Yeah, I come before day. How is Ghana? We'll buy and we say, oh, Ghana, no. So, what do we have? And I have problems. So, I would let me check what was we was having. And then I'm just me where your party. And they are topic and you have brand more time, but yes, that's also. Your topic, or say marriage and money, our dear Nisika, or say can a woman's earnings affect the marriage? Wabano, Nisika, when ya busuni via the bojo do media wayeno, Fasodia when ya woman, a bit affected our dear Nana. Mamefa a Amanshasi.
And starting free work. To me, the answer is absolutely. And from personal experience, maybe Sika affects my family. I make a significant contribution. And I think they said a system of so by agreement, get see one say and the acabo yes. And mercy can fit me affected family. But I think we have to say this also. Says I am an is by agreement in general. You had on Nipa Bibi near my assumption. Say maybe heard us and maybe the salary amount. That's a sicano who be enough to become winning Kosuye. Now, so many person I name Mac near maybe and Kosuya maybe because maybe man. We heard no news, Sikasofe. Now maybe Sikan amount, that beats me after so never go in I hope I am. Again, maybe man, many chief executive of the home. The executive decision. We feel so many who this now, Opana, Pemna, Banamia, they have this plan A, plan B, C, the Mawa, maybe this year. Opema, Amidiaba. We feel so to say the amount, that can you know, not the Bayard, the Epoa, Nina Baba, and they be a leader for Nayan title, and a mercy can a mercy, I am no sugar, natural whether I had the amount, and I am family.
It's not as a year pass up with it, Dr. Amashas. It's a same question. After a year, I'm making the submission. I'm a question given to my a year counselor, a year pass up with Shasi. It's marriage and money. Can a woman earnings affect the marriage?
But that's if I check a simple commercial food, I would see Dr. Amashas, authentic mama. Or the Shitosika, but that's a hair. Young Falco would refuse our problems by then Yamiando, and then we are bow tattoo. We are not kind of messing now. But happy birthday to Mrs. Obing, formerly Filipino. That's my mom got 10 years. Now, as well beside. Say Obasika to me affected. Did you use the word affect?
Affect the marriage. Now who said submission if it last to the ended?
Now answer what is what the answer? Answer what is? What the answer is?
To the answer be.
So what's the repeat say? Yes, it can affect. Because it didn't require affected. Any woman's one that affects marriage makes the man suffer.
Right.
I say yes, it affects, and I agree. Yes, it affects, whether positive or negative. Now pay attention. Any woman's marriage, money that it goes into marriage affect the marriage and makes the man useless.
And hold on, did you say home or marriage?
Marriage.
Okay. Should I go on? Because this marriage institution. A woman's contribution as a wife has a different way of affecting the man who is the leader of the marriage.
Yeah, then they are affected.
And if a woman's money is going not as a wife, but wearing ring as a woman, the man is destroyed forever.
Yeah, one as a wife.
If you find a wife who is not giving you money, but contributing because she sees a leader you are going and you will end well. But if you find a woman acting as a wife and giving in the marriage, the same between contributing and giving. It's like church. Collection and offering are not the same. They are not the same. Collection, yeah, the collection. And offering. In marriage, a wife offers doesn't give.
That's what.
Authentic. In marriage, a wife offers.
That's true.
Doesn't give. Anytime you are married to anybody who gives, she's a woman, not a wife. Whoever offers doesn't seek for accountability. Whoever gives follows accountability. So these are the two distinctions. So if you're living with a wife who releases to you 400 cities and is accounting for how the 400 cities he gave you have been used, she is not offering, but she's giving. So if a woman's money will affect your marriage and you the leader, like she made a statement very profound. She says that if I give you and you mismanage it, then I will hold it and bring it as and when there's disaster. But if I give you and you manage it well, then I go to sleep. So when there's a wife in position to a husband, they don't give, but they offer. And once you offer, you hardly seek for accountability. That is why those who go to church and they give collection, they ask for what the money is used for.
Okay,
but if you have anybody in church who gives offering, they know that this was offered to God and he has a way of managing it, and I'm okay.
And I say, even offering by a prophet Emmanuel J. Brian, policy from Oceania, or
because they are giving collection. Because they are giving collection. They are not offering. There's something collection and offering. Okay. So between a husband and a wife, because a wife is there to serve, you serve with everything you have, including what you have. So let me tell you, look, a wife who is really in a marriage is like a reservoir, a water reservoir that has been connected to the main house. As long as the reservoir is not finished, there can be water shortage in the area. Nobody will say that there's no water in the house. Last week I gave you that example. That I live in an area where water has been off for more than 2 months. I didn't know because I have the biggest poly tank, over 25,000 liters in my house, not for sale. But there was a problem in the area, and I didn't want my wife and children to suffer, so I brought it. So we can live in a house and there's no water in the area. So if you have a wife connected like a water reservoir, whose connection is automatically flowing through your system, and she's offering, then her money makes sense as a wife. Oh. But it's a woman, and the last week we give 4,000 for money, and as I see, oh baby, I am on this guy. Nikru man is coming. Nikru man is going. Nikru is 100 Ghana. I want to if you are in the Nikru, and I'm check, and I'm about to buy them. Them on the seat. I let them go to you. I'm 1,000. What's it?
I'm 5 for
Mama 1,000 cities. Mama 1,000 said different sort to one. No, I say, now me 100. So this is a woman, not a wife. I'm waiting for you. I said you will die. I said,
you will die.
But there are many things in that conversation that are not picking it up. And I think we need to pick up. One said, as I said earlier, offering. Yanyam Pasiafo. It's who offer one year maybe a security. Securities be in place. I want the money and rich. Meaning says he cannot manage it. Meaning someone the as a leader, if that assurance is in place.
What's assurance apart from marriage?
Oh, they say
assurance what you see.
You are able to sleep with me and lock the door, and you're still looking for assurance.
Now if you will be say when the girls be near
your business. You offer because you didn't offer. That's why you're following for record.
Hey, That's
Sorry, yeah, was me.
When you woman know if you grab you Mammy was
Every week, read the offering. Sorry, we are reading offering. Sunday, last week we had 4,000 Ghana cedis from offering and 10,000 Ghana cedis from let's say Friendly Church, Catholic Church. It is not really offering, it's collection.
I am a woman in the first place. It means me operating as a businesswoman. Accountability is one of my biggest things. I want accountability, and usually in those places are military with accountability. I am not management assurances. I micromanage, and you are right. Say yes, I check with testings. If there is an environment of security in the home, and this is the thing, security is one of the most important aspects of leadership. If there is an environment of security, if there is an environment, I see progression. Mia of my own volition. Because meaning said ye she can't we not was my personal school fees. The year we are post free profile. Then your money, my baby, today be for focus again for my because almost to go was free. We can say managing year. Remember last week you discussed this pilot losing capacity and co-pilot takes over.
Yeah.
Capacity with financial management. Near this kind of pilots never crash here. Because they are taking over controls from now captain. If we start time discourage to so one person will be at the most of the time what will happen is because the culture say maybe maybe I never put you
no one year a woman say woba ever support a year our deal. The one you would say
ideally. And second come in and make a decision. Now they can rule a leadership. It's like a war capacity now rule one. Naturally, said decision making is one of the key aspects of autonomy. See, decision making free over self-doubt level. And check self-doubt really can create also ego I affected. That was self-confidence I affected. It's your banner and the problem and now one casa good feel so would you more than you. That it was starting and then because self-esteem issues the side effects. Or see near man pies said how would I making decisions that one has one building capacity yourself when you're confident waiting here. And I am pursued yeah, that's some but my minister is oh yeah, they affected in that way.
Counselor, I didn't a problem say via or bar our dear moon or ban the bit the nowadays as supporting our problem there.
Mammy, and commonly straight. And you can be a Bible who feel they will tell your kind or kind and come be a mark. Never allow yourself to be married by a man who is not a leader before becoming your husband.
So, to a age where their life is sister,
if a man is a leader, even when he loses everything, including his last supporter, his leadership roles can never be taken over because leaders are tough. Leaders are difficult to be advised. Leaders make decisions. Leaders raise others. So if you are married by a leader, you hardly make mistakes in public. Hear me? If your husband is your leader, you don't make mistakes. You feel that your first degree, your second degree is nothing compared to the man who is just having a GSS certificate. If you marry a husband who really is a leader before becoming your husband, you can see that your 5, 10, 20 degrees doesn't make any sense when he makes one statement over a long letter you're writing. He will edit your full scrap paper to 3 sheets, and you'll be surprised that wisdom is speaking above knowledge. Because by wisdom, a house is built, and by knowledge, it is finished. The finishing is no more important than the building. So I'm saying to women and wives that, like she said, you only take over because you think that the man doesn't have capacity. And mind you, immediately you take over, the system is gone. There's no marriage. There is no marriage. You're only acting down there. And there are a lot of people who didn't have marriage. So they tell you that, sister, they have been married for 25 years now. I've been with my husband for 25 years now. And marriage is not easy. Oh. I've attempted divorce several times. I've sent a ring there. Then you ask them what's the reason. They tell you that I didn't know what I know now because from the beginning, I was just giving everything. I thought that is what makes him a man. But I realized that after 20 years when our last born was born, and I realized my husband is fully in control. So ask them, when they are making noise in town, I've been married for 20 years. I tell them, you are lying. You are not married for 20 years.
He's married for 5 years.
It's only this recently that you came back to the reality of what counsel was saying some years ago and you're fighting him. What does it? And in Jamaica and wow, don't worry. But hear me again. I'm saying that if you think that helping your husband is what makes you a wife, forget it, because you don't help husbands. We serve husbands, and we serve them with everything that we have. December Orgasm Conference, the topic is marital sexual intercourse. Is it a duty for a wife and pleasure for a husband? Yeah, election at time. Who are they losing? Because Orgasm Conference, my wife confused. Who are they winning? Who are they actually? There are things that we prepare ahead as a leader. As I said, I have finished the conference in 25th December already. Already, material conference may you. Singers now topics on my fitting. I won't put back more, but you can't imagine that because if you come to my conference, you know what happens to me. If any speaker on the billboard doesn't turn up, I treat their topic. Go and check. So there are times that the conference has 10 people, 7 people. But when you go and watch the video, I'm the only person speaking here, the only person, one person will come pass through. Because who honor will say I'm not able to come, but they are talking about the treated. Why do I do that? I have a level of leadership quality that before you think I have thought. She was sharing on Facebook with people. Yesterday, as late as 10 maybe. I left my office 12:21. And I was working with her. I finished what I was doing with her. She's brilliant. Or she's ahead in knowledge or BBSN. But whatever she has done, my simple input, she was telling people that the input and what I did.
Yeah.
Why? Because there's leadership. Every man was created as a leader because of your ego. If you lose it, you are vegetable. So if you find out that your wife is taking care of you, brother, hey, that your wife will take money in her bag. One man, mama power him. And now can't send me now. Come here, quite to say, Momo is scared me so. It will follow him. The way she said,
Granny Dramana.
Oh, when you were on your second, now on your second. On your second, and you know what I said? Oh, I know about them, son of them. On your second, just about where 400. Who's your car? No, today. Nasaka, I mean, driving me, Debia.
And this is the thing.
I will just come in there. No man wants to marry their mother. So I have said it on original TV. Oh God. I've said it several times that no man wants to marry their mother. So sad. No help. That's all.
But I mean, for the benefit of they also breaking down. I'm breaking down. I'm making say. Who's a brafona year born so? I mean, we be able to say year for ye. Never in a man's life also allow a year. A man is supporting with
you're using the right word. Support, not help. Original TV for one team.
Support and help.
There's a difference between them.
Maybe what I do back when it's 20. So we share me banana na portion in the food oh nice sexy boy. Oh, but to share me a good morning. How you do?
But the sauce.
Winning it here.
Good morning, company.
You say, oh here Bibia. It's as much as my son is an inflatable ego. Obama or your kids because games here, and I'm a company. I'm a man here. To obey yes man.
I said the Amasho Yemen.
What I said
the Amasho, yes, I said,
attitude that I'm because boy, I thought that cross Charlie who would be so okay. What do you call it? Because he can obey accountability. What do you call it? Because he can and pay. What do you call it? He must answer. He must convince me. It's said already power dynamics not shifted. Me, and I made this kind of and I made then we hold you accountable. Maybe I say this tomorrow when you come back and tell me say Momo na say and rather than I'm the man only because he cannot. You see, he who calls the piper pays selects the tune.
That's right.
This kind of mawa a natural send me best selecting and I'm controlling. You might not even want to be controlled.
The same thing applies.
And man, Rebecca Charles, so who could lose them? That was started say, oh yes, I am Emmanuel. And man, Rebecca of them. You don't actually start wanting to undermine your husband. You don't start wanting to disrespect him. Just that Sikano I will control, it is a natural process of Sikano. Exactly, and the preservation. So baby questions. So questions, who will be sacked that would be very mindful. And check who is at one no call baby, and might be grab a cat of one person sometimes one who do baby, and what we are. And yes, I know, but it is the natural order. Your ono eshishen niema, your new limbs, your new vision in an all planet. Only they in strategic control. It is a would miss strategic control. We just strategic control the man for an elevated period of time. You will see me in that elevated position. It's confidence now. We want why you they can don't say so. Into me share one pass away. One year careful. Obey yes, madam. And the man if you so cast us. Obey yes, madam. Now one cast of winning because one man who find a man near yes for extended periods of time.
I say there's a ocean, Yawadia, Yawadia, and Biana, and Gofoya no, indirectly, but on moon. Because they say, Bemba to me, I say, on Rubetia, a diker, on Rubetia waker, now war by also far the decisions, also for say, but do it's your conversation here. Decision or say, oh, your baby say, not the Raxias, and we are different. Yet we are we fast also. I trust a high say, ya name say, oh, Namia, or remember some catchers as a car near Conny, you can't whatsoever. Now, was that short every familiar? Say, yes, you are young, now men are made even a rent in one sentence also minimum. Okay, maybe I never check. Maybe I'm parent school fees, nothing up per cook, and their rents. Where's your school fees? And I live up a purple, not near my piano. After a period of time, I make up, and I may share, in a mutual, into purple, yelling. Not private, all right. It's not like young fat or last thought on it, is here, branch.
I'm a team. No man is ready to marry a mother as a wife. So immediately you hear, you go into your home and everybody's calling ma. You see, I want to repeat this statement. Anybody who's here will be married for 40 years. That's why I challenge them today for the first time I told them. I'm challenging them because in their 40 years of marriage, the only time they realize that they are wives in the marriage is just 3 years or 5 years ago. They have constantly been a woman in the marriage. Because if you check scripture, it says a wife wakes up early, her hands find works to do to feed a house. She's like a merchandise ship that goes through and through. So you see, if you see the duties of a wife and the duties of a woman, then a wife can never help a husband, but will only support. Mind you, help, support are not the same. If you hear the word support, it means that it goes deeper to serve. If you hear the word help, it means that there's a tax oriented on your head. So my sister, if your husband tells you that pay the rent and let me pay the fees, mind you, that request is not coming from a leadership thought. Because hear me, a sensible leader can still run the same thing unknowingly to you. Or do see a baby, but you are excited giving that one. Next week, make sure I give nothing. Let him keep my reservoir mentality in your head. That the reservoir is connected, is part of the structure, and the water doesn't come to me straight. The water goes through the reservoir. My own is in the reservoir. Your own is in the reservoir. So in the supply chain, nobody knows whose own is coming. And the challenge is that if you don't even feed the tank with your own, it is not experience. And I've said it until I die. As a husband, still married, there is nothing I will do that will be above my wife's needs as compared to any of my children. My father, my mother, and my sisters, they are out of the equation. They are out of the equation. I won't do anything for them that can ever be compared to my wife. But like my wife has a demand for a new shoe, and my children's school fees are there. I will use the new shoe and forget about the school fees. I will negotiate to pay the fees, beat and make. They should sign the children for them to come and sit in the house. And my wife should wear the shoe and cross her legs and become happy. that is married. That is why I gave you the scenario. In our photograph, my wife is always at my left, and we cannot have 20 children for her to put them in the middle. The children will continue, they will not be there. They are just in the picture, but they are not in between us. So a husband who is a leader will not allow. And I am going to send this kind of here, Ghana, my God living 12 years here, me Ghana. I don't West Sino, who shall die now to send Kukumbu, and to me, Thomas Sass media. Who are you for? No one for. Oh, no one for. Messi, Obian Frel, me beside last week. If I have 7,000 in my house, my wife has 2,000. How much do we have at home? Is it 9,000? Some of you in the TV look at say, "Okay, sir, who you are?" You're not so to and check the other and say, "Well, we can't press it comes like that." Yeah, was 7,000. So the budget in the house is according to the 7,000.
Yeah.
If in the way of my 7,000, there is a need that is lapsing, not by request, but by support. It is not fair. If I give you 2,000 to go and pay the children's fees, and the students' fees are 4,000, and you top up 2,000, not with my permission, and you come back to say that you go and pay. You will never get the money from me. Let the 2,000 be paid and to be sacked. If you add as a support, don't even add it. My love. Last week there was something that came into the office, and at the moment there's nothing I'm doing. So I said, Charlie, put this one in your pocket. It just Charlie, they didn't define what this money was going to be. So like Obi Ako schools, let there be a bar last time. Say Oko school, Oko teacher. Headmistress say, and balance school fees no pama plan dey fear to be go to empty. Your person used to see and very simple. Also to fees say, your pama plan dey fear. Or no one time call your original team. Empty o tia na omo sending no to money. And say they be say you tia. Okay. E da dem kuru cars of Ako case. One ko to headmistress. One ko to omo nyo ye move ni na. And I kuru ko also go tia fees. One for money even so for no which na game bia beton go to go do hold your fees now your body frema quarter beye hey adwa messing benkum hey Frank bagbajo to grow hey say now need to I hwedi but you miss school to be tien now otua on the 17th of June. The man came home, never coughed, never asked. Well, can't review. But wow, remember. Now, let me fix my canoe. See, we had me just now. I'm dead. All right, because the headmistress was not there. On one way of moving you. But now, sir, you didn't tell letter A, but I'm glad to report about. On the I said on the report card, there's no dash or negative. That one is your fee. And on the make us say, oh, enjoy your kinship. Don't inquire. And that I'm going to flare up, no? And I'm going to pay fees to take your shame. And you say, shame what? Please, can you go back for your money? Can you go to the head and collect your money? So, in my one as you said, there's everything collection and offering. And when you are offering, learn to offer and not to seek for the money. Why we're confused? Our young brothers will be idea. Who will be a worker? I'm at here. Who's with here? On one what? I'm a guy. And it's also my age. 0277. Tell an young boy. Last words 609.
They will be here.
Oh, my God, was not the guy supposed to be there. So now we're here for you. So what I'm saying is that we will have to help people to know how to disperse your funds in marriage as a wife and not as a woman. Because that's the mistake. You don't demand accountability. There are people that when you ask them for money, and look, there's something that irritates me. If you are selling shit on me, one, your capital is what you're using for shit on. Then I am somewhere, I give you a call. I'm a basic if you man 1,000 man. Then you open your mouth and tell me, say I don't have money. Then I remind you now, she just scanning. And she just scanning Wednesday and you go do. You have insulted me as your husband. I'm telling you. You know why I say you have insulted me? There's something she has to do. Where I am, I cannot disperse funds. And I say, give her money for me. You didn't say you don't have it. You said you don't have. And I reminded you, what of the money in your pepper? You said that money is there. But I'm going to use it on Wednesday. Whilst you are in Saturday.
There is a question there. Minim sese kuya so. But the many policies, and these are the things we need to actually put in place. Leadership has a lot of demands. Okay. Oh, but the this day. Minim se this is how we mount. That's the we will all move. Even if it doesn't work, we will all move what we do to get this sorted by Ukiada. We will all invest. Now, Ukiada, you're likely to be on your man. Who miss a sentence?
The question is,
it's one as a relative. Some instructions.
If your husband some time ago took 1,000 from you and he has not paid, it is not a record to say that, oh, here be a man, so this guy will cheer. It is not. Treat like me. If you ask me for money yesterday, 50 Ghana cedis, I give you. And today you ask me, I will give you because what I gave you yesterday is not what you asked. That's how I mind this. And I'm not paying 50. No, I don't do that. Whatever you see, he says, give us this day by day our daily bread. A good supplier is the one that gives daily, not the one that gives in stock. That is why in marriage, you don't need to know how much I have in my reserve. You need to know how much I have now to take care of you. But look at the instincts of women. They are looking at Dachi, and you don't know Dachi. That's the problem with you people. My biggest problem with wives is Dachi. Who has invited you in Dachi? When you came to the Garden of Eden. No, when you came to the Garden of Eden,
this is the
garden was complete. The garden was finished. But we're still thinking of Dachi. Why did God say you shouldn't eat this? He knows the day you eat it, you become like him. Dachi is our problem. Who to be feared? Who to 30 Ghana cedis a month for 35 years now? The house is not good. It's in Sukura, but all the children have grown in the place. Until your wife sat there and said, "Et your rest no be fear. Et your rent is sad. That when you ever see your dear, when you know your bad man, now I feel so. Now what's what you can say? The man no go bad man. Me tiwa. No I give me a second year be. And that's one classy. I have for. That's what 20,000 to her. Who about to assassin? Me right here, be on a feed my first time I 35 years. When my wife Jimmy, his son said, "Son, 35 Ghana cedis no what you know. I don't know what you are. He's not complaining. You are living in a place that is comfortable. And look at your wife. The day she changed to a woman, look how you are struggling looking for accommodation. You could have stayed in this place and paid the same amount because you are even friends to the landlord. When you don't have money to pay at the end of the month, the landlord have a nice relationship. But your wife has caused you to lose your Garden of Eden. See how you are struggling.
And
but I say
complete 20,000 a year. Now we had this conversation.
I am a leader, and I know when I move to Kaswa, it will not help me. Do you know I'm living in East Legon and paying $900 a month? When I drive my car out, the first person I meet is this man. That's somebody called you. Don't make car say. Me know where car say anymore. You ain't sure the whole around 20. Because I am living in the same corridor. Rubbing shoulders with them. Once you associate with the influencer, you become influential. So I will not go and buy a land and allow landers to kill me. But penny ni kuno here, na yiri ya ni sa no mutu fi abeka. E no go to asaso o gaswa. But penny jira ni ti so weso jira. E so jira dem. I'm back with you. I'm back with you. Until I promise you to that. The robbers were not in his house. They were in somebody's house. Hey, I'm back with you. Because the wife pushed her from the caravan. The last one. There's a doctor who the wife forced her and they left Kolegon. And they're going to live right now in Amanfro, build their house. When the doctor closes from work, you will see him sitting at a certain draft under the tree in Kolegon, playing draft with the boys. Would drink and would leave the area like 9:30, going to the house. And if he's sitting down, he speaks with a lot of pain. But it was a demand of an Eve. Look, if you follow your Eve, you will lose your Garden of Eden. And Eves are not wives. They are
interesting points. I would say, not George, because I never be free. When the Lord decided that we were married, one can say men marry men, women marry women, because both of us have different instincts.
Congratulations.
Different instincts.
Thank you.
You will have your leadership
Right.
and not want to look at the long-term stability. That's the wiring of a man. If that wiring alone goes unguarded and unregulated, that's why
Who is
the
thinking that way?
co-pilot, and that's why the co-pilot has been put in place. So not the co-pilot, and kind of one award.
So we have-
Because more so council, because marriage is partnership.
It's not.
What
Because
kind
it's
of
a one guy.
Yeah,
Any partnership
or check.
energy.
marriage then, but your marriage then.
Right.
When I wear pilot, or capacity, meanwhile, when you lose capacity, because the system also knows you can't lose capacity.
And that's why I keep saying that. Who made you the co-pilot?
Hey, by the institution of marriage.
I made you.
You made me the co-pilot.
I made you the co-pilot.
Eh,
And because I know I will need your services, I have invested in you.
exactly.
So under no circumstance will you take over and think that you are in charge. But if you make yourself the co-pilot by reserving money for yourself in case of eventuality, then once I fail, you take over as a co-pilot. You are not a co-pilot. Not here, come on.
What's that, Asa?
If all of a sudden, Amma is my wife, and I'm establishing her, I'm giving a lot of things to her. Give me a right to my check. Give me a right to my password. She's able to know the account and deal with everything. And I fail. And all of a sudden she takes over. Mind you, she never made herself. I made her. So she's still accountable to me, even in my distress, even when I can't control the flight. And she's seeing that the British shortage of this. She comes back to me in my distress. Please, I'm sorry, but I'm the co-host. This one, just means that I made her. But if Amma Mason build herself in shadow to become a co-pilot, then when I fall and she takes over, that is not a co-pilot.
I'm the new pilot.
That is a new pilot in our own play.
It's what we're in and it's when they be or 20 schools, but you are not aware of it. One way change fees, or one way where you be and no salary.
So graduation.
Salary need in December.
There be a graduation from
Sister,
graduation from.
maybe I will. Maybe I bet me.
Oh, yes.
There be na all cost school. Minimum. So man o ti tia. Na all graduate there minimum.
One person I know so about these are the situations.
But mankwa, that is where the record is set straight in their mind. Because friends will go like, but your husband is not here. No, I mean he didn't even know I was in school. How can you be with the husband and he didn't see you going for lectures? He said no.
But you don't hear so many guys saying this.
So that's what I'm telling you. That's why before they finish.
The husband is not even aware.
That is why before you hear one day, when they went for the master's program in a certain school, before they graduated, they found a new guy who's equivalent to them. Because when you're going to do the top up, it was not the educational top up, it was a relationship top up.
Ow.
And best of the same feathers, they flock together, but they're not the same. They have the same feathers, but they can be Akpai and Akpai, but they have the same feathers. So I'm saying on record that if you are seeking for help from a wife, hear me. If you are seeking for help from a wife, you are a useless husband. But if you are seeking for support from a wife, it comes ease. It comes with no record. If a wife will want to hold you with your previous record of mismanagement, and for that matter, they don't want to give you, mind you, you are not married.
So at what point, Mama, at what point, and I was a baby, we seeking for support from your wife?
Okay, support this seeking. I think that there's a precursor to it. Once a law carries a war. Maybe say maybe clear projects you hire starting project. Media is one of the things. The starting media, not the executive producer. On one is setting and getting your co-ODS and crashing to a jackal. And we are confirming when a career field be a jackal. Yes, I am a new yam setting up a mayor. It's my game. He has set me up. Or he's an admin on the page. Or one who have a share, who have a supporting or he watches videos. Maybe that could be your hand immediately by and something checked out. Me and them people can't do an account to hey, that hey, but do you know why? It's because the investment in the setup, the fidelity with which all expected payments or settle up because of the reservoir. It is Adam. that be baby bottom. And you're not going to be some because I wanted him to know that this thing he had faith in and invested in diligently and faithfully for such a long time has paid out. So to me, in my heart, and yes, he can't make the man say, "Oh, it is something he has earned. It is something he has established. It's something that is part of a system that he has built." Oh, why be some people? Me and I'm the watch let the sabo with their 2 blue. They are run and a sicana bow. And why? Because again, in the leadership, me and I'm the man, and you're
not sending here.
Me and I'm saying, "Oh, no, or the your credit."
Mr. On one sentence, but the record is with their man and the transfer. But dearly, you transfer you.
Mrs. Jeanette, hey, Mr. Bello, Sicana back, Sanya, oh, yeah. You pay for some crowd, now, you cannot invest in you cannot support. Or do you want to you build a network of a leader who invests in a reservoir. Reservoir you need back into the main camp wherever because reservoir will be now home so we a reservoir and I say yes tank is what I feel. That's the main air dry that's a free one. What if you had a I think I walk time free baby baby fast and when I am accountability feed into the reservoir and the overspill, it will happen easily to donate. Reservoir is empty as a
my problem with you, I will repeat. Why are you worried with that chin?
Hey, because you're human on Sunday. Why are you so?
You were brought into a finished garden. You were brought into
your money too.
But George, have you heard?
Who are you in the
garden? Sister. No one who said, we have had the brand time. Anyway, say by betrayal. Oh,
sister, the first question you answer: who am I in this garden?
You are the wife in the garden.
You are what?
The wife in the garden.
Who is a wife?
The wife to the husband.
So I brought you here, and I told you last week. My wife will make the biggest mistake of her life, and she will die as a wife, and I'll bury her as a wife with the support of her family members when she gets to my house and take a broom to sweep my mother's house.
And that's one day, yeah.
Who brought you here?
Yeah, that's one.
I brought you here. So why is your focus on a tree that I don't eat? You are not hungry. Eve, are you hungry?
Yeah, sometimes.
You are not hungry. Oh. You are looking for frivolous things. Why should your focus be on a tree that I have never even discussed? There is a tree I have never eaten from. We are in this garden because God said I needed you. And ever since you came, I have appreciated you. I have seen your blessing. I have seen your nosing. I have seen your assing. I have seen your bulb. I have seen your VRA. And I'm using it the way it is. I have seen and used it. And I've never used this tree. Why is your focus on the tree? Why is it that this man has not gone to the tree? He leaves me to go to town. He's feeding me all right. What at all are you going to get from this fruit? What is the future? There's no future in wives.
Can I also say, so whilst you are doing all these things you are saying, George, if this is being done really, so also will manage but I will manage man, we will not even know the trees. So yes, I did.
No. We are supposed to. We are supposed to let you see trees. Because when you see trees, you play. Any husband who doesn't allow the wife to experience shortage, who bought a Kohomanu Kasama be a Jimmy for. The only person that is capable of seeking for accountability is the husband you marry, not the wife. If you are a husband, you don't seek for accountability. Look, the kitchen is not your place. But if by chance you are passing and see that they have cooked rice and it has formed fungi and they are put in the dustbin, query.
That is where the money comes from is where the accountability.
My kitchen is my wife's kitchen.
Where the money comes from.
Hear me. My wife is in charge of the kitchen. But the last thing that will ever take my life, if it's possible, is to have that you have these two things. You are eating this, and by stock taking, this one is the last one, and you don't report. The only problem I'll have is it's not a usage though. But when you finish this one, and all of a sudden, Amma Mason comes to the house and I say, please, can you give her one bottle of ginger? My love, I'm sorry, but I think that the last one is the one we took yesterday for you. You are a stupid wife with no apologies. What, Jimmy? You are not the supplier, you are the user. I am the breadwinner. You are the bread eater. Never create shortage for me. I should create shortage.
No
problem, we say. My husband, the day my husband will get my $1, then I am a fool. What is the reason? When I started working in the initial stages, I give it $10,000. And from that $10,000 till today, he has never accounted for it. Me. I say every husband has right for accountability. No wife has right for accountability. So anytime your wife will interrogate you, she has become a woman. And if you are living with a woman, be careful.
When you are taking the money to certain extent, that's accountability.
What is your problem? I'm using money, I'm giving a fear, I'm giving everybody. And you ask me, look, me nisika, and I'm nisika, the same. Make can be sure one day as you tell me. Or besides, I'm 100 grand, and I'm sick. Say, can you borrow me 100 grand? I don't have money for you. See, what you mean at your age? You don't say no. Listen to the conversation. I don't have money for you.
Every child be. It's me 2 years school fees. Come over. You are brempa. Oh, a year now. I need to feed. My phone go to your mouth. Oh, yeah, you know who be say ya.
The benefits in TI.
You don't have the right to.
The benefits in TI. So call maybe on nine. I go to any fees. If the children's school fees are not paid, is your problem? Why are you interested? No, why are you interested in the forbidden tree to collapse me? And I gave you a practical example. I am living in East Legon, paying $900 every month. It is a huge money when the dollar goes up. But what I am gaining out of living in that environment, you don't know why I'm still living long. You don't know why I don't sleep 9 hours, but I look fresh. And you want to push me to Kaswa traffic. You want to take me to Nyanyan. You want to take me to Apollonia. You want to take me to Ayimensa. Being in traffic on your left leg is shaking the deck. Attention, you have to get out of traffic and you know,
I better
so
Maybe go be our transfer. Osisi adawa ye real estate developer.
so
Osisi adai. Ebe ono pricing wo enya subject to ama. And so ebesi ne wo problem with it say. Ni kuru ni na do so omu go start esi wo mu adai. Omu anga say ni die or their own. But or ye real estate o si da no aton. But to transfer ko
fear. So hear this.
And so ebesi ne problem of an ewa with many be man discuss it so on me discuss.
Obanya be for catch him. Or shall I say for team?
Because
so what? Listen to me. So I have
rent you.
I have a house that we are living in, and the worth of the house. Jimmy, we are friends actually. Oh no, we are mommy. So you are if you are $3 million. We see the net worth of the house we're living in formerly was just $120,000. All of a sudden, it has accrued to $3.4 million. I invited an evaluator and came and said, where our house is planted is $3.4 million if you want to sell it. And I said, wow. All of a sudden, I took a decision. Please, can you sell this house for us? Now, when I took the calculation, I realized that when you sell this thing for $3.5 million, out of the $3.5 million, I'm going to establish a real estate business right now. I'm going to buy 4 houses in the same place. And I'm going to buy a 3-bedroom house right now because my first boy is in America. The second one is in China. And the third one is just in GSS about to go. So what are we talking about? To stay in a $3.5 million house because we want to live here. While that house is going to be bought by a Dangote who can invite the president. Nobody has come to my house to see anything. The chair in my house is $40,000. But nobody has sat on it to see a effort because the people who come there, they don't know the effort. If you're there, you understand what sit down or cash off a fair. No, for us. Wow, what a house. What a house. If this house was in Trasanko, they wouldn't go take it. When you are coming. Oh, you never saw Piano Coca, winter. And I'm glad that you. When Uncle Bevan is going to say, hey, sister, I have been in Sukura for the past 38 years. Minty, I'm going to let you Minty. Because see me then, yeah, I want and check your every 72 hours. Hey, we have been alerted. Is that your house? Everybody clock your door and stay inside. Because now, baby, every week you notice that we are coming this week. I'm not seeing my notice. That was in 1999. Area, I'm Robert's name bar. No more cutting anymore. It's almost cut area. I'm cutting telephone lines. If you have not been noticed, any start I will get now. Yet remember, Mr. Dawson, we are on you this time. 9 p.m. we are coming. Near here, I'm a messing one. Near caught there. And why do you say, those days, maybe Cairo, baby, with you. Me, mammy, and I find a video there. ADR says, you could share my packet. I'm going to see what Marcel will say. They wake us up. And my mother carried that video. My father carried them. We assisted them, and then we want to put in the car to assist them to rob us.
So you've made some critical points.
You understand? You understand? So I'm saying that whatever a leader is doing, shut up, follow, enjoy. If I am in the ditch, can I find you in the ditch, holding my body and smooching me there? I'm not your home there. Although
You said something last week. I think the choices stage is something we need to discuss.
Choices on who?
More choice of who you are going to take as your co-pilot, and my choice of who is going to be my captain.
The women don't have choices.
Hey,
no.
I allow you to marry me.
That's a question.
I allow you to marry me.
You don't have.
Hey,
that's not.
I allow you to marry you.
You allow you to marry. It's not a choice.
Only
husbands make choices.
Okay. In the allowance stage, I think say you wouldn't go.
Oh, what a marriage school.
Allowance, we were talking about capacity, and then yesterday. We have to look at these things a little bit more carefully at that stage. And so, really funny. He who you appoint or say you elevate as your king has to be somebody who has the king's capacity.
Point of correction. No wife can elevate a king.
And still
you can't. If you are a kingmaker, cannot be a wife.
Okay, kingmaker.
So if you are a kingmaker, then you are not involved in my instrument because the government can make a sanction today for the kingmakers to be slaughtered. That is why I said that you don't need a queen in your palace.
So who do you need?
You need servants. So a wife is not a queen. No, a wife is ohima and yiri. Extra gift yanti wali ohene no. Or friend who ohene yiri. And I'm saying see do so be share ohene yiri. And someone no hima. The wife of the king is not a queen. Lady Julia is not a queen. She is the wife of Asantehene, and she doesn't make decisions. She is serving the royalty because she is there. So if you tell me that if you want me to make you a king, make me a queen. I mean, I'm calling lyrics so much, and they're confused. What I say? What I say? Sister. It is as simple as
you technicalities.
Be very careful.
Very, very careful in evaluating. Oh,
why?
hey George, never baby.
Mami, nyama miensa. Oko bebre a.
Okay.
Esube du ya.
The most important quality for me is the ability to respect you. Number one. That ability to respect you. The ability to respect you.
What does it entail?
Between Judy, so decision making will be sound. As I between who says, what was the baby and answer? I can let this happen because me Judy go and answer.
So how do you discover that?
As I said, hey, what about the penny? Something was in the
So how do you discover it?
Hey, you didn't come. We will date. We will check your decision making around the year. Maybe we have track record in year. And son, I'm happy to swap because we now are really asababa.
Okay.
And when I say
so the first thing is that you should be able to respect whoever.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, and yes.
So say who to me, not a fine boy. He's a fine boy. Or a hot cake. And ye did who do or be back gin. So I know you're woo, and you're Bemano. This thing is when you are making yourself if you say you have to discover yourself first before you marry. So if you don't have the tools to check these things, am I saying why not?
Because and I said also or your leader, the choices are supreme. That's the choices new you not to work out. And yes, some we are careful. Shows a nipa ya or you will need the ya what you will question us. Nipa capacity, baby, I work on the direction, baby, I work on the near many decision making. The belief says, name near maybe baby or hard as a check. I don't think it's uncommon your name. It's a pa and near man or they are not actually the fundamentals.
So this time you're not a wife. We are seeking for these things as a woman.
Oh, some of your woman, when you
are looking at these things, and your reason for looking at it is that you want to have the ability to respect who you are calling your husband.
Absolutely.
A man will wear food.
Absolutely.
A man will wear food. A man will wear food. I must say,
yeah.
The reason why we saw why cancellation is said, she said, "Ubet no bunana." Now the idea of one balance say, "We and the tia." I will be able to me. Yo, young God. Number two.
So respect, because if that respect is not there, so word submission, I am a part of them.
So it's not like if you respect, I respect, I say the other. I get the other one. Why?
And I mean, what's my man yet or him? Okay, fine. But me and I memo what be
yes.
Yes. I must actually make sure
the
head and I'm able to it fits the neck. The direction it's in the fits the purpose.
That's all.
Skills now, leadership. It is one I can submit to because the leadership is leader.
That's all.
So what's checking you because one checking you maybe that leadership neighbor. They work direction they want to be leadership, the capacity mean maybe one. Maybe I catch a man says when choose here. Yakin in our necessary also. Which you should be I want to be self which you should be I want to be 30 and then I come the woman will be 50. Which you should be I want to be yes, I am in an near to be 60 years in the as the mother and I'm so.
The lack of what you know, she is distracted. Sammy, there is a new position where you buy one. One amanadi, one amene omiti oni ye ama kwa friend. So where you aha. Uso brand because later me have as a phone who some who nine no mu. Omo who na so playing can say you know we are now put the nine. There be set is no my no do nine. Na o sire so amba. O sire so amba. And they say now music. But no for now. No for now.
How much the enemy will?
That's right.
That's it.
So
yeah, fish that
no, when you say you fish, we are not air. But I thought maybe they are doing a personal recording. They don't do a recording.
Oh, you.
But Zami, are you doing the recording now?
Yeah, answer.
Yes.
I'm all recording.
So on the web name confused they are recording. Why are they working? So it's a good conversation that they have to take down because some of the things, who's sparking a show more, it doesn't come. They're not books you're reading. So nyama ye can, or my nyama too.
Yeah.
A man that I can respect, a man that I can submit to. Yeah, which one is the third one? See, I whatever. Yes.
And since that time, no, you
That's all.
And for me, the other one, depending on Oban, only one casas will never be aware. There is a third factor. Nipani vision. Baby or the level. And how that aligns with the vision. Baby or
so vision, who share the pineapple for now in your dating.
So we have questions. They say we make a vision. Who have a vision? We have a different vision. Last step, create ya will be as to be to come baby. I will pass on. Necessary. It's very a different for necessary clear. As so deep connection. As I was checking you maybe because last week said we couldn't cancel the one see yoga. And we will vision you. The man see a woman. If I say you almost say, things. They didn't come up. Now, no, so believe. Now, okay, you believe in stability and security.
Sometimes religion,
you know, stability.
You can't religion or one.
Oh, nobody say I check here, no, because you're one pie and I said, oh, God, you could be a good if I said.
What's my man called?
That's another coming. It's only your breast.
Now, question.
Is it nice? I not being fine. What's that? No. Hey, how do you know where I say? Who are you insulting on TikTok?
This one was about because I said really, but most of our problems. Oh, they are stamp duty. So I the benefits we don't that. We will have also we have stamp duty issues. So oh, there is stamp duty
investment. You see what here? There's no good control and see coach.
And
I never usher. What's the T-shirt now? I see. Who tag now? I'm there was a who tag. Tag number.
Hey, that's the unique review.
I said the crew himself. You see that?
One day, all the crap was
Whenever we are twice,
we are 040.
And I make
That's the pastor. Because Bible is saying, in the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 8, or say, our sisters' breasts are small, so we can't give a hand in marriage. Our Bible, the Bible is saying, oh, only for your family. And you for now, be our way.
But I was saying with the vision, wow. Maybe catch a big the same year. What's which is animal because next year this uncle on the car. And for far no more around that, giving me a nice, giving me a prospect. Now, enough before this, oh, this one is a nice guy, but you oh, that's all you buy or prospect. This one is a nice guy. This one is a man who what's national penny, nice guy, or funny. Maybe I open one person destination, you know, any media address is not master any or to the fine. Now, so to once in your local baby. When you shut up, so maybe no, baby, I'm say me investing in para. Focus me now in para. You push a para, you establish a para, you develop a para because maybe I'm feeling about legacy building. What's more, what to say? How can we get children and say, okay, the entertainment. So legacy building is an out and then man of the woman by baby, yeah, in TRS and yeah, beautiful. That actually, if anything, Sadia did which is our name. Yeah, because I didn't say 10% to maybe won't be a baby and if you say, you see, so I'm starting to so many. Oh, no, or preparation to say, but I know this. Okay, if you're not moving on, yes, no problem. But I want to see if baby I ever for over capacity. Okay, 6 months. How many people said they were not capacity? That was my first test. Don't be afraid as a woman to check those things. Don't compromise too early on a given. Don't follow directions. Be a winning so win to be
some of these questions. Please, you can't hurt him. Because you will lead them now.
I will start to say we decide to say that one question.
I have a problem with these things that you see. If you want to be a testing officer, to be sure of trying to give product out. And let me apologize to our people on TikTok.
Oh.
You know why we lost them? Now they bring a certain person constantly when they feel they are on a certain number. So hit a certain number. Not be pass we have say eco fix it. And to be no shama from background. Now no market you be a naming. So let's apologize to them. I don't know where you lost us, but immediately when I spoke to you, I lose when you strike, some pass a big a buyer so confirm say we robots. Say we robots. They want you to hear. I mean, I think Kafra new one big crab I say. I saw this Suzuka. This will be a bit good in nature. What's also now say distress. Says you do antidepressant drugs cost idea frustration frustration skin frustration those who know the name will type it for me. So sorry for losing you. I mean, but we are still live on YouTube. We are still live on YouTube. We are still live on Facebook, and the content we are giving you will end very soon in a few minutes. Because these people, you don't get them all the time, and especially this one. She's in the public space, so she asks questions that are very provocative. That's one thing I don't like about her. Pure gossip. And the way that they are ponko. Oh, you host them, Benny. We want to have an
She said, "No, yes, sir.
Why did the last one slide?
I don't mean you know so about it. Is that answer? Yeah, you there is as a wabba. Not you as a ade. Wabba.
To be honest,
There you.
the other visa about is our prayer visa.
And the officers of Wabba. Or you saw them, their son, and they said, Jai boy. The officers of Wabba now. What? Why? The rep said you're kind of cancer. What does it? You two are you not have the game. Yeah, little girl, why you not have it? But then I was trying to interrogate your few things.
Yeah.
Learn if you can respect him. So those of you who believe that if you respect me, I respect you. I've said it before, and I don't think Amma was around because I'm saying this in the question for you to understand that respect in marriage circles is not reciprocal. When it comes to marriage, respect is one way. When it comes to love, it's one way. And you fought me, you insulted me, your pastor told you I'm demonic. Today, yes, I'm amazing. She is because in the first place, you cannot say ubumia mebu tieme. Ubumia mebu debut. Ebana wale mefia or obuya one way. Your own is to respect. So I am so excited. So I emphasize it. So the first thing is see whether you can really respect this man. But Amma has brought the thing from another place very far. Let me tell you the original start for the place. So I have said it before that pre-marital counseling is not when you find a guy who wants to marry you. Hear me. Pre-marital counseling, and yes, when you'll be about pre-marital counseling in my office is coming to discover yourself because how do you test? How do you look for what it is that I can respect? It is when you discover yourself. That is what I've said it before. And all the celebrities in Ghana, the female sharks in Ghana who fought Councillor Luton. I want to repeat this statement again. Any self-made woman can never be qualified as a wife until they are broken through counseling. I repeat.
I will agree. I will agree.
Any self-made woman, because in your interrogation, in your act of looking for who you respect, the reason why you are going to look for, because you don't make a choice. Remember, you are looking for who you can respect. And where you are, who you think you are, where you have become is what gives you the clearance and the credence to say I can respect. So baby, I will be GSS. Or Shami. No, but so with no boomia. The level they are touchline here say I am a GSS graduate, me that form, and until no be or that form now be walena. They see a boy some now we the whole no so until what TBS is siano, Fidiachia boy, Nisunko, a Dano sir, Nisunko, it's our Indian men who said me quite yet. Bema say, Obo, and Mera Bearman and Barry will now wouldn't say, now not authentic mama, now wouldn't new future. There be a castle of be a new future. You know the present and the past, you don't know the future. Amma will say yes. Many years of my life, I thought one day I'll meet Councillor Luton. It's a thought in the mind. It was not a future. But today, her life has become a more shaped one in a different form. That every Friday, she's not just meeting Councillor Luton, but she has gotten an opportunity to be on TV a large scale because she comes to Ghana every time. She's not on TV before. So it is not a future for her, but it is a thought in the making. So when I see people fighting for future, I say you are lost because God created you to live on earth. But see you are struggling to go to heaven for the future. No, our problem in marriage is future. That's what I keep saying, is future. Because presently, I want to see, can I really respect God? What do you have as the barometer to measure respect? What do you have as a, because your state now, or you be our
sometimes for me, it gets to some point our deal with me say, in this my current stage, the partner gave you the partner and gave you a the counselor can on what?
I had a with TV so recently. About any better with TV. So okay. Only funny about house. Hello, you child what they said. They can say, where's the lie? Only fan say my okay. Where is the lie? Show me.
Kojo, honorable Kojo on Joy. When they didn't know what relationship was, and I brought them back to extend that nobody has been able to collapse. And I say this is not humility. That the level I have risen in relationship talk show on TV in the world, I swear there's nobody. Anything anybody saying now is a repetition of what I've said. We not come to my own show. Then I'm going to go just listening to us this morning. I said, what? You give me an opportunity. Will you go there?
Your presence.
I'm going to get this. On the later, I said, message. Now, I could say, I'm sure you are going to be coming. Man, can you show evening show? Let us be. Let us on that day. Then you go here, kind so really. You say, it is not meant for Friday morning. These are Saturday shows. Well, almost Saturday shows. I say, I can answer. They are all
already on Fridays.
And I'm actually saying that when Councillor comes and put off your radio, unfortunately, I'm still speaking. Guy, be free. Must not you or call show this so. And I'm wearing Joy Prime. You do here. They will call hit FM. Now make us all I'm going to do here. Or bad Joy. And I'm going to be season. Now I said, oh Joy. And I hate forcing me. Say the same building. It's because you bomb to see I just whoa. When I put somebody, your time is up. You're shame call Joy. And when the guy switch off from hate, or bad Joy, then you go to you. Not Joy. You are a witch, paying your way everywhere. God will expose you, Antichrist. I am still here. I am saying that in community, I want to was a baby or D. Martin will grow. A son said, me say, identity what print on. According to Prehonin saying, one thing I say, and then or sign him second born again. You Jonah also was seen again people say, as I say, it is your name we are or Bellwood to our young butter. This one I say. Be careful. I'm a boy, you don't know the future. Even me, I don't know the future. But I can see your past and your present and tell you how to live in your present. I can't tell you how to live in your past. My cat was say, now buy counseling to a Damayasi. Then that pass it. And some man that didn't woman counselor look for the only thing here. Who needs so make it? and so now go here, mamma. Who are buying the group? You pay your who should you blame? You grew and you don't have a name. You don't know your father, and you are angry with your father who allowed. My God, my God, my God. So you find somebody like you find somebody like Yvonne Nelson writing a memoir to destroy somebody's career because the mother told her, say, I don't know your father. Nani maami afete, musi we se wunti, yankoya DNA. No afa la get behind the scene. Minim who maami beso wow. Now you come to the limelight to tell us, say, my mother went to bring Alajete's children, and you know what I do to your mother? And Krafubu will say, and Krafubu will say, oh, but to let to one check. Can you never go out? Can oh, to let the Oha check. Can you need about to let it 1 minute? A dear. Ebo and I played Emma went jack and the dear Yabanina. And then dear was here. And then you was here the blow mamma and Susan Penny.
Now, we not or sign him.
Or sign him on him.
On the first papa and him and then
what's it? What's it? I'm not first of all, I want it. If you cannot afford diapers, use condom. And then son, I'm catching nobody will tell me. The future we don't do, but the past we can remember, and the present we can manage the past and the present, and don't be able to prepare for the future. But for us, when the future meets us, we will not. So I'm saying that the problem in marriage with women is you are too much futuristic.
But I don't see that the Nameka said, "Yam Casa worry Bema." Because in Kabema worry Bema, and a woman I'm way just in the moment, and catching a yin. Oba worry Oba, yin actually your future, and so far yin never would have. That's why, in his wisdom, the two are not exactly the same. You bring different dimensions to be managed.
The problem is the future you are bringing in. Amma, can you live in the moment with me?
This is your job to ask of your woman, isn't it? Yeah, natural programming is the future.
God never created you for the future.
Oh, but
this is where the
leadership is coming. That's where the leadership is coming. But in our body, 50 years, and again, no body is that.
Oh, just said yes, mommy.
Why?
Sister, it is when you feel you are ahead of your leader, that is when you begin to make decisions. And I want to
I feel say when we feel so I say a leader, not a person or smart here.
But how do you think? No, how do you think a leader who is leading you is smart you?
And that
you are not a leader. So now I say, or say in the first place, make sure that
so there be a problem.
problem is your kind of sister. I'm just trying to interrogate the three things I asked you to say. The first one is see if you can respect your children. And I'm saying for you to know whether you can respect me, it doesn't depend on me. I repeat, for you to respect your children as a husband, Amma, it doesn't depend on me, but it depends on who you. Because may your mind says here, what do you remember with your mistake being and say I'm sending a message say Mr. Oh my didn't go because me best of everything mistake sister. Me and you baby I dear and I will form here feel now feel you feel no atro no profession. And I sit there and go put the what me the look here. What time I make us say with those years. Award I hear G will chroma DJ say one or that's because of a good reporter for certain public graphic corporation, newspaper corporation. Or buy electronic or true my natural or true natural, Mr. Here, natural professional natural, mechanic, no cancel, natural, free repair, no cancel, no natural, businessman, no cancel. And I'm saying, no, so it's unusual for a pregnant woman to have frontal palpitation with sweat. So I got there and I said, hey, my dear, you're here. What's happening? I need chippers. And I said, why? Said, I'm destroying your womb this morning. So why? This is my husband. You don't even know where to put him. You don't know what to do. At times you repair a fridge, so you don't know whether it's a fridge mechanic. At times you repair a car, you don't know whether it's a car mechanic. Profession be a sister scale here, this case, as I said, Fidia by this was a big journalist. And I don't know what I said. Now combine not your doctor counsel.
And the president tell you would young one fellow.
And I can't say, young Bissanga says, and I am out crying, bad Jimmy for you, I don't know. Oh, that's how I didn't be one.
It is at the choice to
never said that so. Or back to services. Never said I didn't so.
that wouldn't be vision.
Honor make us an income first. I'm just interrogating their respect. Can I respect him with who I am? Yes. When is that guy? Yes, sir. Because baby, I will tip you one. You need somebody to pay rent for you. You need somebody to hold you up. You need somebody to make you the authentic. So at the moment you are thinking right, if somebody say I'm thinking wrong, they are lying. Because your thinking capacity is equated to your current state of life. This is Dr. Amameso. Today, she repeated the same thing she said last week in a different style. Or say, or shower the arsenal. Now, give me say, I will get me anymore or when you could. Until and calling now, baby, no one said, eh, and you know, Jai one year. Now, how many years?
No, how did that?
I'm talking about the age of realizing it. No, your age of the
How
child.
many years?
The child. The kids would be.
The child, you say you made a decision when a certain child, was it the last one on the table? How old is the child now?
The child turned 18 and
Wow.
So,
After 18 years of marriage.
she's been married, your firstborn is 20 years.
Yeah.
Wow. So if she's been married even for 21 years, 18 years out of the marriage was a serious mistake. Can't taban for divorce. You can't someone think of one as you get.
because in common sometimes it's deep. The one to what and and you know what
is that spirituality.
it is so funny and breaking it down on one time and I mentioned many of them go with another rabbit.
So listen, I am and perform
And talk. Baby, and I wanna hey and the hobo and a hey na bibi one I didn't now for Cassie now for fat Ubi chess Obasa Christian didn't Canada so never put time that's what our company before.
You are so be answer.
Yes, yeah, now I say you use on our wolf obey your Juma and Sumaru. Would you not say that? No,
baby, wow, and also never mind who soon or baby dinner for
I made you so nobody should come closer to you. That's a statement. If you see a wife that is fighting a side chick, she is stupid because she thinks she made you.
And in some cases, she did make you.
That is why she's
there's no way I get to TV.
In some cases,
we'll have been more deal, but if you have a come on, yet TV. Just as it can form more chroma. Yet, it is so, sir, anyway, or near Ababa win or now we I says it can form almost you know, and say we're starting home. Hey, that's all one year, mouthful crowds. Yeah, see that, sir. What we don't know much of cameras, so when you saw air, what is that? Man, so almost so I will like I said, well, we don't know me and some book. I mean, I'm telling them, don't come on a
make it when you are a wife.
The
question is that if you are a wife, you cannot be compared to anybody. My senior wife. My senior wife.
I see.
And my junior wife.
I've been a Matthias.
And I'm a catchy and balance. There may be an offer you are wanting and you feeling. I said you are wanting your time, said you. And now you are wanting your first and you. And now the only one woman, and that shop was on no part of the say. As the Bible say, now love and won't buy me. But could the layer, and more time, fancy and 3 funny people. But could the Rachel, and so Daniel Drum, for bar would be kind of trust him. And Jacob buy your pair who can fall. Or compare rich the son said, none of who fair. Now they go see and say, hey, do baby, I pay you a leano. Yet if you have a fienti, I say, would you go on to be on penalty? Young for some mouth, that won't let us. And you know, one time, and a boy be on one warfare. And to one far, when you're there, man, one time, so a chance will have a song there. It's never see January, Bessie, and there were August, you'll be saying, better. And now, when someone has this down water, yeah, we've been a new for sure. But just see, can you respect this man? How do you check to respect this man? If you are maybe a GSS, mammy, people pay. It's not what bando siki ever could be a cheese. And I'm a bank. Me bank can be that one thing. If you have made that one thing, Sam, and you may delay on my brother. Make that one thing, Pam, and me. Yeah, I'm not going to give you. Between that one thing, I made the first never done no more. Between that one thing, I never fought never done. And then you so my life has not been a shower life, but my life has been a life that I have struggled on the streets. During that time, if you are asked to do what she said, how do I marry a man who I will respect? You are going to really look for a man you respect because your thinking capacity, your ability of that moment.
Now that at that stage, that's all okay. At that stage, so how do I?
Oh, lowest, you are
I want to repeat. Obey me why you begin one share or share. But share according to your but if you give me $10,000, it's nothing to me. Some time ago,
$100.
Some time ago, now I'm going to trade a YouTube. And then this is my passport. Maybe two are made original Friday. Me catch up. Let me have a say. I'm my chin son in that right. I say how you. And you said me to me call. And me say, what sitting can I respect and I will use our precious, beautiful Gifty Auntie, for example. Gifty Auntie on the standpoint. No feminine show in this country has stood the test of time like Gifty Auntie. She was on top. Her conversations were on point. Until some of us veered into a chance and we changed the narrative and go and check on YouTube. The highest viewership, go and check on YouTube. The highest person insulted the YouTube. Thank God, after that conversation, my precious, respectful Gifty Auntie, I respect her so much, got married. The moment she got married, she changed the narrative of this country. That she is not a queen. She is a Yiri Gifty Auntie. Boom. Number two. She did something that all the Eva. She bowed to the king
and because she chose who she could respect.
Who was Gifty Auntie?
Who she could respect.
Gifty Auntie was the choice of a president. Gifty Auntie was the choice of an ambassador. Gifty Auntie was the choice of women. Everybody sees Gifty Auntie and then they bow because she is naturally a beautiful woman. Mama, so she was beautiful. What do you want? No, make us. She was. No, I'm not saying she's not beautiful. Just say time now. That time, no. If you want to look for a beautiful woman, you cannot lose Gifty Auntie. People listen to GTV news not because of the bluff. It's because the lady sitting there is sumptuous. She's something. People have had sexual intercourse in disguise with her from a distance. Oh, she was something. And one of the good things about her was she was very affable. Gifty Auntie are the people who were in broadcast journalism that apart from how beautiful they were not people that is complicated to meet. You can see her. They were not doing photograph, but Olube Kasa. She would stand before a guy, BBC anywhere you come on. She was not afraid of anything, but she was somebody. But me say, Or what do you she did something that shows that I took a decision that can I respect this man who is Nana and Sakwa? Where is he coming from? Her level at that time gave her the option I can respect. So me say, or see, look for a man you can respect. It is not about the man, it's about you. I repeat, and it's about you. It's your neck. So only Bamati, and I want you for poor man, only Bamati, and I had this media brother, me born, who boom me, Miss Wabu, sister, Jajiniero, and your Bamo boom, your boom, because I didn't and your reciprocal, me can't know what we for. If I speak, you cannot speak back. So if you want, if you are not ready to be able to speak and keep quiet and listen, I mean, how do I talk to a gentleman? Keep quiet, make a set here. Dear own person, the young man, fan yet or young. As you know, about a nipa. As I should be given or your about this on one. A sense that will phone, but Meso, yeah, car, Meso, me, I didn't know what person of friend, you be a television. Look at Uncle School says to you. Mamma, why Uncle School and I had that Uncle School has only 1 year, them name. Me, members are so whatever Uncle School. Bema, the 2 hour why, or the 2 hour why. I I'm going to
she actually did something symbolic. I don't think Selipa be great. There was a time, I can't remember where they were, but the woman she bowed.
Yes,
and people screamed. But the person she chose was somebody she could bow to. It is so important.
You know what Gifty was doing?
Do
you know what Gifty was doing?
Yeah.
Gifty was not bowing to her husband. In that environment, Gifty was bowing to the king.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are meeting here. Just said, Miss Opudeni, just who? And I saw the young friend here. George.
Oh.
Onye. Onye is again. John, I saw them. I have a title, and you address me raw. Now, auntie, can you make up a war? Or the doctor can give. Now, we really can't process much. And your mama who pass out, where my baby is in school. It would be a man come. Hey, now, see, now I'm worrying, can give it to much. Mirror. It's so chum, I do not my phone, not your channel. Oh, you don't know because I don't catch my phone of a channel. Because I didn't casa. If you tell me what I'm about to say, if I insult you, please forgive me. I say, shut up, don't talk. Because you know very well that what you are going to say is going to insult me. What? So the first one alone is a whole myth that I want women listening. Amma Messi says, before you allow a man to choose you, the first thing is that ask, can I respect him? And I'm saying that
also funny about this respect thing, which is important.
Okay.
Now me catch you. Me you will elevate my husband because you will watch the way I elevate.
That's it.
You will elevate. You will not deal with my husband exactly.
But you are fully speak. Bible says
you will elevate my
husband. For the virtuous wife.
You will elevate my husband.
For the virtuous wife, a husband is respected.
Now, I respect him.
Among the elders, or see, the husband is respected among what? The husband. Or shut out this is pretty and proper. First, no fan like us be a corner a sancra or the shit. Say, la cost no what or who put one fashion. The son said, yeah, replacement. Our then kind of service, no. And then I put it to you. Hey, move your throat. Hello, if you want, I did. I don't push it. Go TV there. Say the brother, oh, why? Go TV so never. I'm from back. So how long will you go on disgracing me like that? So the shirt you took to wear to TV. You want to tell me that at your age?
But what will happen in the other end is that I didn't pay that on the local. The SS or shadow should be what he finds.
Yeah.
Or when I said, but I couldn't do her own shit. But again, honestly, say who would be? You respect the person. You subject the person. Omo who's in the abbey side.
Asa. So if
They watch
I think you're not here.
It's in Ama say our we are not starting to introduce you a year family eben na omo betena mo je bia we ba o betena mo je ko school asewa ba oba bedware akra no o maami aba oba bedware akra na so ba be so akra ni mama mo tibi ayewe a ho ni nyina no se de wo oba no besi ni mu na tena no eno na be ma ebu oni bi so akra
I'm say limit PPR the ban much. Into the case one time or half then after 5 number. Then I think that 4. You will feel say, but you say we didn't know behind. Was it a 4? But a space needs to 27 into what? So 4 need to be a 2. You observe here, and I'm here. I will say there are 5 together. Then any amount that you are talking about, no one of it is say I stand 45. I can say, and I'm the other I'm seeing for a few. The buy the share neighbor. If you night show between 128. When I first put man said, I didn't see a one who be other. And I'm starting assembling the whole 5 men. You see, around 225. I mean, welcome. It's massive about 2 so much. Then you install it 5 then. And I change as my wife. And the young colleague, I'm like, wow, you changed that banner. Thank you very much. It's nice. I like the lights. Wow, we have to plug it before. Wow. And a friend called out. Daddy has changed that.
Yeah.
Nice. I do that. Listen. Continue the conversation to a higher place. Of course. Where I meet somebody, the person told me, would I take the time to write a book? See, your mother made statements. And looking at the time, nobody would think that you are a responsible husband. He said he came out around 2 a.m. You were surprising the doctor with a brand new 5 burner. Will you please write a book so we read? You say, oh, why did he tell you this? You see, we're discussing you. You know my mother-in-law calls me. She calls me Counselor One.
Hey.
So in a group of mothers in that age, Counselor One, my mother-in-law, I said. So when they said this thing, I don't need to worry before. But somebody made a statement. It means that, and this is how I thought fast. In this conversation, she's going to do it. Okay. And the last part of it, she told the people that the daughter has a God shine. Now, what is it? So what's about can we have our and then she's not going to fight. And there is classic Counselor Lucas. And what catch what said. Papa na more can I send what is happening. Number 2, my wife has also elevated me to a certain level that I will not disgrace her. I will not disgrace myself. Why? No, I will not disgrace myself. Not because of her. But she has put me in a certain pedestal. So look at Jimmy Beba. Ne maame boy ni ene ne yireti. Girl ne maame besra na okwa. Enye se asresere. But what's it by the catch yourself? Mommy wants to live. And yes, and yes, say, oh, she's going. Tell mommy that I'll come and say hello. I'll come back. You say hi to daddy for me. Now the envelope, yeah, man. Say, don't take her number. She will never check this. Look at what the wife. Nima mene kwa. Nani yire. Afa. Two guy. I share envelope. What they come on man. Mirrors. She's done this for 11 years. Nani, obey you, you know, the dad. See for what? It's a stupid man. You know, this one said, for what? That's my husband. He doesn't like to say thank you too. So he's intentionally doing that one. But he said thank you for thank you. So yeah, I mean for that as well. One person. The lady came back home and said, Pana, it is a genuine engineer. This is where the fight started. So Baba said, this is what brought me inside. Was see or panel the interview. So they told me what the story is. And the lady, he overstepped his bank because I was too much. 11 years old, I was once in there. Now I come and no mistake, I better was here. He's only turn I wanted. I did cheat. Who's here? Who's on now?
And my money is to do. Who's as my kind of audio? I'm sure from Patrick.
Man, do better. Maybe I will do your
I said, I have your money. Be on my
in your choice of selecting a man, in the choice of allowing a man to marry, in the choice of allowing a man to marry, what did you consider? The first one you consider was from boy, because boy now you can answer. But you are in your smart time, I see. Or bear man,
I don't see a pink.
You see a kind of boy, you're washing it now. But you are you be a design it to a bar. You didn't go tell you. Yes. According to my counselor, if you marry a man, you should help him become their cultivation. So, counselor, you don't cultivate a man. A man cultivates them. Go and check. Bible told Adam, cultivate.
I was here for a minute. Why?
Authentically, Usama. They say, Uncle Nick or continue. I'm not doing so. Or back come and Nick or do so. You only say, I'm ready to go to the toilet and not this guy. And I sit down by sit down to my job and so near 50%. Look on near, what you want to see, what you saw. And I sit down and say, oh, I'm so empty. What you 50% because you, sister, we are sure, say, Uncle, Uncle, or see them got you so, sister. The best I pay you every day. Sister, you real one. Or those are the end so many. And also on the team of people by bra. Now we got you so by himself, man. Or 50 was you know, my sister will call us. Or my son, man, no cause of me. Sister.
I am done with you.
And that's everywhere with grandmother say. Henceforth, who could be a do sir? Custom call me.
So that's business strategy. Yes, real. But you go there thinking, send me for your number 2. Who go there number 1 and you are correct. Who come with number 1?
But number 2 look what it was number 1, no? You can't go number 1. I'm not saying you get it. Who can't go number 2? You're not toilet room. 150 near toilet room. 160 near graphic.
No problem. But even that's a way number 1. That's a toilet room. You can use it.
I'm a baby. I'll feel bad. Where is it? Can feel any?
Your mindset.
But baby, I said, who can you want to see the very well see? Obani wants to see the very well see. Mama, I think there's something you about 56. Mama, I think there's something. Oh no, you know,
It's the victim thing we were talking about. When limiting circumstances, this is the other way choices are over limit you.
Charlie,
you must wipe a bit of it.
I will just leave this one. I'll continue the conversation. I was just dwelling on the respect.
Yeah.
Check if you
can respect it. If you cannot respect it.
And let me tell you as I wrap up. I promise you. promise you that in your checking analysis, if you can respect him, you will make a mistake.
You will make a mistake.
I am telling you, you will make a mistake. But what do? Learn to live with the mistake.
I like that. I like that.
I promise you, if you are doing the checks, whether you can respect your truth, I promise you, you will make a mistake. But prepare to live with the mistake. Why? Hear this. Every car that is manufactured, paid roadworthy. Roadworthy means that your road is worthy. But for every manufacturer, they leave in every car a shock absorber. What is it for? That anytime you bump on an uneasy road, you don't receive the shock in the car. The absorber will receive the shock on your road.
Yeah.
So in your quest to learn how to respect him, you will make mistakes. But in your manufacturing, put shock absorbers so that you can absorb the shock. Number 2, this is a new mobile phone. Anytime you buy a new phone, what did they tell you? Test it. Every new phone you buy, they say it is brand new, but they still tell you this one is tested. How can a new thing be tested? On top of it, while they are telling you it's new, it means it has not been used before, but they have tested it. How did they test it? Number 2, they also add to what they say they have tested a warranty period. If they are sure there will not be a defect, why the warranty period? Food for thought, John.
But it's this perfectionism of ours in wanting guarantees and security is why a lot of us also go to this.
That is what I'm saying, that the wife is the
Securities and warranties. Yes.
That's all you are looking for. So our marriages are not working most of the time because of wives. So you have men saying that whilst I was not married, I was moving in a very top speed. But you forget, if you want to go far, go alone. If you want to go fast,
no. If you want to go fast, go
alone. If you want to go far,
you go with the team. Yes, you do.
So in your going far, you will not arrive early.
No.
That's where I look at scripture. Bible says in the book of Matthew, chapter 25. Yes, it says that there were 10 virgins that were selected. They were all virgins. But when the bridegroom delayed, stupidity and foolishness was unraveled on the 5 virgins. But I read Bible and I say that whoever said they were foolish may be right. But after reading scripture, they were not foolish because the entry requirement was not oil. The entry requirement was virgins. Why did they short the oil? Because all the 10 slept. But the shortage of the oil was as a result of the one who delayed. Hear me. When people delay you, the foolishness will.
That's one. When things are going well, no, we will see it.
So whoever you allow to choose you as a wife, so you can be able to run not as a co-pilot made by itself, but as a co-pilot made by your husband. Learn that. Can I respect him?
That's it.
I will deal with the two. God will. But if you don't respect your husband, it doesn't affect him. It affects you.
It affects everybody.
It doesn't affect him. And I'm how I explain to you, then you get it. Okay. If I'm your husband, you don't respect him. I am somebody without you. We are no one without you. If I am your husband and you don't respect me, it doesn't affect me. Because I am somebody without you, but you are nobody without me. My name is George Cyril Castleson Luttrot. Her name is Mrs. Felicia, Na, Kokoi, militant, neutrals. Who is representing you?
Who? You know what's actually very interesting? This thing is a whole bone of contention for me and my family in this particular dispensation. So as soon as the announcement went out that I had got the doctorate, somebody from my extended family made a phone call to ask.
What is the last name of the doctorate?
That's the first question. And then the person she asked us, well, what has been her last name for the last 20 how many years?
Thank you. So that brings to the point that
it comes to his name.
The rest,
I went to school and the name, the title comes to his name.
so I am saying that the rest of the life you are living, if you don't respect your husband, it doesn't affect him.
Suppose.
It affects you.
And your children.
Leave your children.
Just you.
Because the children are still the future. I see the problem in marriage is future for you.
Because we are future oriented. That's what we are.
And if you are able to limit your incessant certainty in the future, you have control that for heaven, not now and then. And I'm saying that, so if you don't respect me, you are working as Mrs.
You're Mrs. Idiot. You are Mrs. Idiot.
Thank you.
And that's a funny thing to realize.
Thank you. So everywhere you sit, you know, the baby me what in India, baby me what in India, baby me what in India, baby me what in India.
You are
Me
Mrs.
come back
Idiot.
you man. Ah,
Yeah. That one. That's one.
hey, people,
That one is a difficult
I
one.
have too much to teach. Amma, your last words.
Look, some of these things are very interesting when it's brought into these frames. But I think in the interest of longevity, in the interest of survival for everybody, in the interest of happiness for everybody else, if you can find somebody you can respect, if you can find somebody you can submit to, submit there.
Amma, may I not break your conversation? Somebody has asked a question. Counselor, I've got a question to ask.
Okay,
What is the sense of getting married?
interesting. You want me to take it?
Please answer the question. So what is the sense of getting married?
Ooh, what is the sense of getting married?
Yes.
Many reasons. For me, one of the main reasons why I got married was because in my futuristic thinking,
Yeah.
as usual, I was looking for a name for my children. I was
Okay.
looking for a family for my children
Okay.
to belong to. I was looking for an establishment to bring my children in.
Okay.
So I got married.
Okay.
And I found a guy that I felt would give the thing I was looking for
Okay.
myself and for my children. That was one of my reasons.
So he says especially for.
Ooh, interesting. I can't take that one. You take it.
A man who has never married before has failed God. He's a stupid man. And he's not a man. He's a boy. For it is not good for a man to be alone. So any man alone is a boy. So the sense innate for men are that if you want to be a man, marry. Finish your conclusion. I have answers to every question. Unless you don't ask.
I like that one. Oh, I like that one.
Monsieur, just how am I doing? Oh, me, I'm not. I didn't mean you.
You should.
Oriented. The transcribers are going to collect money that is not meant.
No more.
I hear there's an easy way to
No
transcribe.
more. These days with AI, no more.
Thank you. So Amma has come into my life,
Yeah, no more.
and I promise you in 2025, my first book is coming out,
Oh, yeah,
and it's
yeah.
entitled "Don't Befriend Your Mother-in-Law as a Wife."
Oh,
Will you read it?
yes.
Will you read that book?
Of course, I will read that.
Remember the top, the
That's
first.
the first time.
I've got 2 copies already.
And when you open the first page,
Yeah.
if she dies, I'll marry him. That's the first page. So I have the topics in my head.
Mm.
The first page, if she dies, I'll marry him. What is the story? Majority of the women believe that when you marry a man that the mother is dead, you're at peace. If you marry a man that the mother is alive, you're in pieces.
It's-
See the book. That's an interest. All that chop. Oh, yeah.
You know, that's a funny thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob.
Oh, you're
My goodness.
Echo.
Mm.
iPhone.
Oh, it's okay.
Edum. iPhone. No,
I think say offer.
And no one for one number.
The rate is sending me.
Android in the Android, we never see Android for iPhone for your phone. Yeah, iPhone for your phone. Do your conclusion, Rebecca. Let's go.
To be honest, I think that we've exhausted quite a lot of important topics today.
Thank you.
For me, one of the things, the group of people I like to talk to, one way you can choose here. Yeah, you choose your management. When you choose situation may not be ideal. The rest of it is management. It is sometimes we'll discuss this animal, we'll also get this. I'm an what dear management. And yeah, no one's on the other. One more woman you choose here. They are the ones in a position to make some of these choices, to carefully consider some of these things. Maybe you'll be out, you can't credit 18 and right. I think you'll be back as I said, with the name, maybe they continue to name who are ASM. What's yes, community now? Who management at CSS also the wisdom of home in your management.
If you have a story, you move it TikTok, my one, I dare you say, Yenny Skafuaka. I couldn't now block here, I didn't shine.
This is sorry for you.
Remember, and I mean,
you didn't say, authentic, you didn't say. What so we are new, yeah, the American, you was a professional.
You TikTok for and it's more management. If you are in management, please understand and community will have idea. No one will say one you are going to adapt and amend some of these things for management.
Yes.
One more any moving come away for me, maybe I have a tell free banner. One more when you make a decision in here. When you
what do you do when you have complained for about 4 years?
Respect.
About respect for 4 years.
Yet she doesn't listen. Oh.
What do you do? Take her to the family house.
You can say management. What you say? If you are young and you are new and you haven't chosen, me as a woman, what I would say to you is the most important factor to consider is, can you respect this guy? Can you respect his authority over your head and over your home? And can you follow his direction?
Thank you.
If the answer to any of this is no, don't go there. Find somebody else.
All right, so that's a good one there. Once again, I'm saying happy birthday to my sister, my little sister. Today she's born on the 2nd of August, and she was born on Friday.
I can guess her age.
Yes, she's
If it's Friday and you are born on that day, they are about a few ages, and you can predict which ones they are. I can guess her age.
She's
Don't tell it on national television.
She's 29 years. Well, it's been nice. It's been fruitful. Our conversation is how to manage a woman's income in marriage. And I believe that we've not exhausted this topic. So next week, God willing, most of the content we brought to you came after the main show.
Yes.
But I love it because a lot has been said. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Okay. This was proudly sponsored by Makwe Ginger Honey Chips. How was your experience in chewing?
Well, I'm sorry. You created a problem.
Sorry, I'll solve it.
Because listen, this Makwe Ginger was given to me. And I took Makwe Ginger to my home. And I met the leader in my home who is Makweing the ginger.
I'm sorry.
Hey, the leader is Makweing the ginger. And I'm looking at this guy like, hey.
The impact.
This ginger
and the output to be enjoyed by you. Allah you to pay. Thank you for. I mean, if you pay ginger and you don't have an effect, that's how I'm sitting right now.
Ginger is being paid for sure.
Thank you very much. And I told somebody last time that UAE is all right, your place.
UAE, yeah.
UAE, rather, all right, in Durban. Will experience Makwe Ginger chips to Amherst place. It's taking the day. It will be nice for all of us to do the Makwe chips together. Now we have one part. Last time you took some of the powder too.
No, I took
this one.
Chips,
okay.
Yeah.
So from the product has been cleared now. So from next week, I'll bring you one. It's easy on cocoa, on your Nescafe. Eat it. I mean, it's something. You have water here, so I can let you just have a feel of it. Look at how it is. So if you're not good at chewing it, this will do for you. Now, there's going to be an effect immediately she puts in her mouth. You watch it. It will come. That's the effect. Is the effect. Makpe ginger powder. And I'll tell you
Jojo,
why.
this is interesting.
Oh my God.
You know what? Because I love ginger.
Yes.
I do ginger powder.
Yes.
Ginger powder, usually when you have ginger powder, is ginger powder, but this is not ginger powder. This is the powder of the blended.
So this is
Blended. It's crazy.
Charlie. And once you put it in your mouth, you
And I
cough.
had not expected
Yes, you will cough. You know why? But when you do this, the flames go straight into your
Yeah.
nostrils and clears your nose.
Seriously.
Charlie. So Amma has got it too. Thank you very much.
Interesting.
You're going to experience more. But thank you for coming. Remember that my menstrual cycle menopause medicine is still available. You have a young girl, MSP 30, you have to take some. God bless you for being part of my show today. Once again, sorry for the break, but thank you for coming back massively for us. I have a show for you tonight. I'm going to have a show for you tonight. I want to interrogate the respect. I want to target the ability to submit, and I want to target the vision. I have to finish this to you today. Go ahead.
When are you doing this?
Listen, I'll connect you. I don't have the time.
I'm
But
going
I'll
to join you.
connect you.
Yeah. Let me know.
I'll connect. And this time, I want Amma to connect us on TikTok,
Yes.
not on Facebook.
Yes.
So Dr. Amma Mason is coming back with me this evening,
Yeah.
roughly around 6:30.
That's
I'm going to skip a certain program to run this program. You know how I do it. Thank you. 0277609644 is my number. Would you like to leave a digit for them or any follow-up for yourself? I mean, it's been lovely having you.
It's been lovely having you too. Well, if you want to find me, it's
Yeah.
at Amma Manson on Facebook, at Amma Manson on Instagram, and on TikTok is at Inspirational M.
Thank you.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Because my content is actually segregated. Inspiration is what I want to do on TikTok. Conversation and the rest of it on Facebook. And if you want to see me in my professional self, then you go to YouTube. So find me and let's engage through the inbox.
Thank you. And from next week, I'm going to show you a nice product that you need one in your house. It's a nice product that has been designed by this beautiful, intelligent woman from Do and Buy. I told you, if somebody carries you to Do and Buy, there's nothing to do.
Just buy. Exactly.
Buy food. 0277-609-644. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm honored you came. Order for your ginger honey chips now, and we will come and continue. The questions you're asking, I'll come and answer. Is it they are not the one going through that is hell, so run, don't worry. I know where you're going through that yourself. I've not been there, but I know how to tell you what is there. That is why my name is Counselor. There's nothing I've said that is not spiritual. I'm not tired, and I won't be tired. The reason is because I don't know my future. Thank you.
My goodness. That is interesting, George.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
I know how this product came. This product came as a result of my wife's request. The Makpe powder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a request for my wife.
Interesting.
Yeah, she finds it difficult to do the chewing. So based on that, and I decided that let me give her something else. So it was around 12 midnight. And I went to do that for her. And the way she jumped at it, I realized that the women would jump at it.
I was expecting ginger powder.
No, this is already.
I was expecting ginger powder.
No, this is Makpe. This is Makpe ginger powder.
Is bad breath distancing you from your friends? Worry no more, because NBF Gingival Gel will put a smile on your face again. It is good for bad breath, tooth decay, and gum issues. NBF Gingival Gel has antioxidant properties of vitamin C and E and soothing properties of propolis. It can also be used as a toothpaste. You can also mix it with water and gargle with it. Always remember that anytime we talk about bad breath, NBF Gingival Gel will be there to do the magic. For bulk purchase, contact Light Pharma and leading pharmaceuticals or call us on 0200-799-325 or 0267-569-764. NBF Gingival Gel, your new best friend for your mouth. This advertisement has been approved by the FDA. Is bad breath
Michael, let's support the immune system. Yeah, man, Michael.
Pacho, what Tony near?
Ah, let's not go be able to go in the
Me ko support my boost phone in immune system. Hey, that's a Michael t-shirt. Mato t-shirt. Me ko ba be fan kan no. You t-shirt you go mama.
Boss, champion, Mr. Willie one.
Okay.
Michael, supporting the immune system.
And your well-being.
Vico 20 is not suitable for children under 12 years of age, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. A quality product from Joey Herbal Center.
I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but it's ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America, everywhere you want, 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this, or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpatashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215